Hello and welcome to solarsecurity.com. My name is Zola. This tutorial is about how does SQL injection work. Most of the time we see third-party software which is used for hacking any vulnerable website. But how does it work if you want to create some a simple PHP program which runs like SQL injection? First of all, what we need to do is we have to use a local system, and the vast majority of the users are having difficulties of using WAMP or XAMPP. So what I'll do is I've got here Windows 7. This is a VMware workstation which I use most of the time when I do this kind of project. So if I double click this project, I've got 3-4 different files. This is WAMP serve. This is the Visual C++, 64-bit and 32-bit. So before I do anything else, I will install this one because this is 32-bit. If I right click Computer Properties, you can see this is 32-bit. So what I'll do is, let me install this one first. Double click, agree. This is Visual C++. Without this one, a XAMPP, WAMP, or any other application which runs the PHP, MySQL, PHP MyAdmin, it's not going to work. So let me install this one. Then once the installation is finished, we can just run and test on local. You can also do on online system. And as you can see, we do have here a folder called Motion, which is you can download from a description site. All the projects together, it's about 50 megabytes. You can download from there, so you can do the test. Close this one, and the next thing I do is right click, run as administrator, install easily. Accept, next. You see C, WAM, next. Let's leave it desktop, next, next. Installation will take about 1 or 2 minutes. Meanwhile, what we need to do is we'll just take this folder. If I click it, about PHP, action, database, hello, index.php, and so on. So we'll take this one. Once the installation is finished, we'll have to install it here. Start, computer, C, WAM. Let's just wait this one to finish. Then we'll have a www. We'll install this one here. Then afterwards, we can run it straight away without any problem at all. This is the best way. Then we'll do test. Once you do the test, then that's it. Everything is done. And you can follow and try to do the way we are doing this a test of how does SQL injection works. Okay, just say open this, and a pop-up will come for the network. That's very important. Allow. This is the Apache. Next, and that is done. Then we'll just run and keep an eye here. It doesn't matter if you say server offline or online, as long as it's green, it's absolutely fine. Next thing I do is just let me run this one, and then I'll go to the same place where the WAMP, www. Just if I click this form, drag and drop here, this folder, and the motion is there. So the first thing I do is go to the internet. It doesn't matter if you're online or not. The only thing I need to do is just go to localhost. No problem at all. We'll see straight away it's working. The project is Motion. And make sure if you're using your own system, always disable a team viewer. Disable also Skype or any other application who are using the same port as this WAMP server, which is 80 and 433. So everything is working fine. Next thing we do is just say here Motion and enter, and you see we've got localhost Motion, and we've got welcome to Motion. This is the name. Login, about, this is the symbol, vulnerable web application, SQL, no issue at all. The first thing you do is just say create a database. That's it, done. Database Motion created successfully. Table users created. Then second thing you need to do is just go to PHP MyAdmin, where the database is, MyAdmin. Enter. Then as soon as it pops up, we can see that they've got here the database we just created. If I look users, if I go to the users, I can see there's 3 users created. Obviously, these users are in here. You might be wondering, how is it created? Because we didn't see anything being created here. The users are here. If I go to WAM and go www, Motion. Now, if I double click the database.php, and let me select a program, Notepad. If I run here, you can see most of the users with the ABC123. This is admin, PHP expert, so and so different names. So I'm just going to use one of these, DUKA Docker. I'm going to use this one, and ABC123. That's one of the users. So this is how the database got in here. That's the only way. Okay, let's have a look now. Let's go back to the local host, phpMyAdmin. This is the main one here. Once I go here, let me have a look if this site is vulnerable. Just say login, and the only thing I need to do is just use a single quote there and just say submit, and what I can see is error, which means a good news, because this is a vulnerable and it can be easily accessed without any issue at all. So let me go back. How do I access? Simply we'll just use a single quote, space, or space, a single quote, single quote, space, equals, space, a single quote, and I'll use a same one as a username and the password as a password, and they submit. No, as you can see, I can access very easily without any issue at all. It says here, congratulations, you have successfully bypassed to the login screen. If you want to find a size vulnerable to login bypass, go to the Google and use a dork. You know, we know that dorksite.com, so and so, admin, ASP, ASP.NET, PHP, ASP.X. That's how to do it. So I need to explain how did we get here. But before I do that, let me try to use now one of the users, ABC123, and if I say submit, I can access. So can I stop this? Yeah, very easy how to stop. Just let's go back, go to star, computer, C, WAMP, www, the folder which is emotion, and double click this one, the process. What we have is here is commented. You see this one? The username and password. These variables, I commented both of them. If I uncomment, it's not going to allow us. It's going to jump. If I remove and they Control and S and save, just go there. And let me have a look. If I have that one, then actually I copied. So let me Control and V and Control and V. Let's try to access now. Submit. What do you see? Wrong username or password, because now it's not vulnerable anymore because it jumps from here. If the error comes here, what you need to do is that this one will jump and will tell the system that the username and password is correct. I'm looking at wrong things. Let me have a look. A process. Yeah, this is what I'm looking. Just say if result matches, and it says. But how does it work? This is what we need to know, because if you look this one, this is what we're looking. Keep looking here. This is where the issue is coming from. Usually, when you ask username and password, as we tried early, the register, when it goes straight away to the database, and it checks from the database, and if it's available, it will allow you to go. But if the site is vulnerable, and you try to see a single code, it's going to show it to you that is vulnerable. Then you just use what we just used. That as simply, you can access any site in this instant. So very simple. Just use a single quote, space, or space, a single quote, a single quote, space, equals single quote, a username and password. As long as the website, because we know straight away, if we say a single quote and we submit, if it says wrong username and password, then you're in trouble. But luckily, if we go here and it's quoted, what just unquoted early, then we know it becomes vulnerable and you can easily access without any issue whatsoever. Let's do one more time before I finish. And just let me save, close, and save. And now I can see straight away the error is there. Copy and paste. copy and paste. I can access and do whatever I like. Most of the time it catches, so make sure you just go to Tools, Internet Options, Advanced, Reset, Delete, and that's it. That's the best way to do. I hope everybody enjoyed this. A simple, straightforward, how does SQL injection works. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.